This is a presentation about tea shops in connection to Naguib Mahfouz's work, Midaq Alley. In Mahfouz's literature piece, the setting is Midaq Alley and the houses and shops in it, like for example Kirsch's Cafe. It seems to be the place where everyone comes to after the working day is over. It is a place for socialization, but also for discussions and confrontations. The cafe suggests a past glory, page 3, through its extreme age and old furniture that fills up the square room. But nonetheless, we see evolution and progress happening as a new radio is being installed, which the people have requested. The cafe is occupied by its usual customers who enjoy smoking and drinking tea. In the Egyptian culture, tea is regarded as the most valuable entity of society. Being the national beverage, tea and the act of drinking it are an important part of the lives of Egyptians. When visiting someone's house, it should not be a surprise to be served a cup of tea, as it is almost compulsory in aspects of politeness and respect. Thus, tea, in Egypt, has been more often described in one word, duty. As in Egyptian, it is one's duty to serve tea to the visitors. A huge value is attributed to the act of drinking tea with other people while sitting and having an interesting conversation. The act does not have to be limited to when there are visitors in one's home, but more predominantly in tea shops, cafes, or coffee houses. The air was smoky but sweet, the sounds unmistakable, glasses clinging and dominoes and backgammon dice clacking, newspaper pages turning and the constant low hum of voices. This is how Carl Hoffman, a writer for National Geographic, described a coffee house in Cairo after a visit to Egypt. Tea shops from Egypt are called awa or makwa in Arabic, but in English they are also known as coffee houses. They are seen as an institution and come with tradition. The tea is always served in tall glass, and hookahs are scattered around the place. They are mostly only frequented by men, though tourists are almost always welcome, and in parts of downtown Cairo, accompanied Egyptian women are seen. It is a place where people meet to spend their leisure time after a long day. There is always entertainment, for example singers, where people play backgammon and dominoes and discuss life. These shops are usually cheap, with a cup of tea or coffee costing as little as £1. In short, they were the places to go to socialize and relax, as Sarah El Masri, a writer for the Daily News Egypt, describes them to be. In the book Midaq Alley, Kirsch's Cafe seems to be exactly according to the multiple descriptions previously mentioned. It is a place where the people who live in the alley go to in the evening to socialize and unwind from a day at work. It is also a place where many important happenings take place. Its value is clear from the beginning of the novel, as it is where we are introduced to many of the characters in the book. It is also a place where important parts of the novel take place. For example, when Mrs. Kirsha barges into the cafe to attack the young salesman that she believes her husband is interested in. It is also the place that Ibrahim Farhat starts frequenting to be closer to Hamida and look up her window. These are just a few of the adventures that take place in Kirsha's Cafe. We can thus confirm that tea shops, also known as coffee houses in Egypt, are of high importance in their culture as they are predominantly where social life happens. Serving tea, an action that is part of the social protocol, and smoking hashish are the most traditional activities in the tea shops and are part of the Egyptian day-to-day life.